Hello and good evening. My name is Chinyere Emmanuel Egbe. I'm a professor here in the School of Business at Mega Evers College. During this session, I will be your instructor for Economics 430, the War on Drugs. What is the War on Drugs about? Every year, the federal government spends billions of dollars fighting drugs. Yet illegal drug use remains very high. However, most scholars have concentrated on its abuse and damaging effects rather than the contribution of what we consider illegal drugs to history, the world economy, and public policy. Hardly anyone associates drug policy with American slave trade, the size of government and commerce simultaneously. Clearly, there is a distinct historical, economic, and political background that allows these disciplines to have in-depth discussions around the issue. For example, cocaine has and continues to be an integral part of the world economy. Similarly, for opium, very few realize that this drug has played a pivotal role in producing trade routes in the Middle East and produced empires for Great Britain, China, and others. For example, individuals have not understood that cocaine was distributed to ward off hunger and to increase work productivity during the slave trade. Cocaine and opium were once used for religious and medicinal purposes. Therefore, one can examine a culture's drug use and attitude towards it and often discover a great deal about that society's functioning and values. One can also note the changes over time within a culture. Thus, drug use is not only a cultural product, but also a very useful social, political, economic, and historical descriptor. For these reasons, we will take some time to study the war on drugs as has been propounded or implemented in the United States. So how do we go about doing this in this class? The course will begin with a broad review and analysis of government policies to stem the tidal flow of drugs through the borders of the United States and into the community. Students will then be led to analyze the economic costs, not only of the war on drugs, but also the potential social costs through an analysis of the literature. The course will then depart by taking students through a historical analysis that studies the problem of drugs through history and an explanation of the economic and historical origins of the past and continuing difficulties to stem the trade in drugs. Finally, students will be led to analyze the complexities of proclaiming, developing, and implementation of effective drug policies. We will then also identify and question the constraints that may limit or moderate proposed policies. Issues such as diplomatic relations, conflicts of moral hazard, and economic desperation, demonstration effects that trigger moral deviation will be addressed and discussed. For example, the course will touch on topics that enable individuals to decide to sell drugs and contribute to the surge of these drugs in poor communities which have caused a great deal of destruction and demise. I hope you will enjoy the class. Please log on to CUNY Blackboard and go to Start Here, look at the syllabus, and also look at the technology requirements that will enable you to complete this class successfully.